Welcome back. I am really glad that you're here. We are doing something totally different today. We're going to be working on these hexie blocks. This is a new pattern that I just received from my shop. It is by Quilty Love, which I am a huge fan of Quilty Love. And this is called Triangle Hexies. And I think they are so cute. We are going to be talking about cutting out these triangles and then assemblies. So you can see that I've got one hexie finished up here in the blues. I thought I would like the scrappy mismatched look, but I really don't. So when we make more blues, we'll have to flip-flop these designs so that they can be partnered up with someone else. But something interesting about this pattern is we're not actually making hexagon shapes. When we get our two halves, then we sew them together like this, making a row. And then from those rows, then we put them together and they'll complete our hexie. It's pretty cool. I am using the Sweetbriar fabric that is in my shop. I am using this cute Liberty Floral as my light border there. And then we are doing the Sweetbriar Sage as our background, and I think these are going to look really cute all together. The pattern calls for an 8.5 inch triangle. This is a 60-degree triangle. I only have 6.5, but I do have this giant diamond, which is also 60 degrees, and it goes up to 8.5 inches. So I've actually just been using this diamond. And we've got a lot of things happening. If you scan this QR code, there is a printable template that you can cut out yourself and then use if you do not have an 8.5 inch triangle ruler. So just in case you were thinking, I don't have any of those things, you do have a paper template that you can download. So that's pretty nice. Let's make a confession here. So I do love Quilty Love, and I've never had an issue with their patterns, but this one I am struggling with, and I had to figure out on my own, which I didn't love. So hopefully this is just like a fluke pattern that didn't happen well that day. I feel like I can't walk you through this without talking to you about measurements. So I'm trying really hard not to be dishonest and honor her pattern. So if you would like this, then please purchase it, whether from me or from Quilty Love directly. That way I don't feel so bad about talking to you about it. So we have 6-inch strips here, and we need to be cutting 6-inch triangles. And now kind of the big thing about this is it didn't actually say that. It was like assumed, but I wanted to make sure that I was cutting the right thing. So I didn't like that it was just assumed. To start off, we are going to line up 6 inches, that line in our ruler on the very bottom of our strip. And we're going to leave a little extra over here because I do have that selvage on the other side that I don't want to peek through. So we've left enough over here on the edge that we won't see the selvage. So we're going to trim on the right. And then we're going to come over here and trim on the opposite side. So there is scrap. We're going to have lots of good scrap this time. And then there is 2 cuts of those triangles. This is a fat quarter friendly pattern. So hers is actually pretty scrappy. But I knew I wanted to use the Sweetbriar and have a blue hexie and this kind of like wine red hexie. So I'm actually using 1/2 yards. So this was a 6-inch cut with the fabric that now I'm trimming up into these triangles. And I have 3 of each color, and I think it's going to be really cute. And you know me, I love scrappy, but I am looking forward to using these Sweetbriar fabrics again, especially now that it's getting closer to fall. I feel okay using the darker colors. I have cut some butterflies, these cute apples, and I don't have any pink from this line anymore, but I did use my peaches and cream dots, and I think it is a good addition, and it'll be a good contrast like the light blue is in here. If you are interested in this quilt kit, then it is available on my website, and you can actually get it as a quilt kit with this pattern. So just a little plug there. Let's make 1/2 of our hexies. So I'm going to do one of each color here, and we are going to sew on, come on fingers, our strips. I have made a huge mess. It's just messy over here, and I'm trying to stay organized, but I need so many pieces, and it's a whole thing. So we have 2 borders that we get to add. This has helped me a ton to get those borders. So we have 6-inch triangles here. We need an 1.5 inch strip. So that means you're going to add that 1.5 inch to the bottom of your triangle. So you're going to have to go down to the 7.5 measurement to cut these strips. And then we get even wider for our second border. That means you're going to have to go down another next inch at 8.5, giving you why you need the 8.5 ruler. And that took me a hot minute to figure out. So if that was confusing, let me know and I'll try to explain it again. But it really doesn't tell you that in here in the pattern. So like I said, usually I'm a big fan, but this one was a little iffy. So we have in our triangle a little flat top that is a part of the ruler. We're going to make sure that that point stays up. We are going to add our first border, and you'll kind of see that it fits just right on this bottom. We're going to sew those right sides together, then iron that border up and over. And then when we're done with that, we get to add this. So this is technically a little bit smaller. You can see that it sits inside here. But once we take out that seam allowance in this first border, this will fit in there just perfectly. So let me get this one on for all 3 of these, and then we'll continue on for the other borders. You ready? And there we have all of those triangles. We've kind of made a little sailboat here. Let's iron this border up and over. I'm going to set my seam as usual, and then we're going to gently flip this border up and push it. And we'll give that a nice good spray so that doesn't warp. And my strips are longer than my triangle now. And I do think when I talked about my cuts, I did make an assumption. Like I said, it's not very clear on what size or where they wanted you to cut it in the triangle. And maybe if you use triangle rulers a lot, this is like obvious information, but it was not obvious to me. And so I would rather have too big and then have to trim than have too small. So there is going to be a little bit of cutting here, and it's probably because I'm doing it to myself, but as best as I can understand, this is working for me. So we're going to stick with it, unless of course you geniuses out there can tell me what I'm doing wrong. I am more than willing to listen and to learn from you all. So. And the same will go for our big border too. We'll actually be doing the same trimming for our big border. So not only did I do it on this border, but I did it for the big border as well. And now we just get to layer again and line this up with our new bottom. So you can see here, this is why we needed them different sizes. We're making another sailboat. Let's sew these all on. I will iron them up and over, and then we will assemble. Ta-da! There we have that new border. So you can see again, we've got that 1/4 inch on there. So I do think that instead of going up the 1.5 inches, I should have gone up just 1 inch in the size, and then that would give us the half, right? Because we're having a 1/4 inch excess on both sides. But like I said, it just isn't super clear, and I'd rather be too big than too small. You're only as big as your smallest block, right? Okay, last one here, and then we get to put this together. I think this video today may be a little less of me helping you figure this block out and more of I did my best. Now tell me where I messed it up so that I can do better. All right, we are going to put these together just like this. We're only going to do 2 at a time. I'm going to do my best to line up those tan borders so that it looks cohesive and like smooth all the way around. So let's line these up. I'm going to use my my seams here as a guide. And I'm going to stack that up pretty good and then sew my corners together here. Be very careful sewing those because, you know, my machine likes to eat my corners. In there. Phew, got over the hard part. Now it's smooth sailing. All right, there is our first seam for these triangles. And if you notice, when I sewed, my 1/4 inch actually takes me to the side of the flat part of our triangle. So I like when things like that line up because it helps me know that I'm on the right track. I may be guessing a lot of other places, but at least right here I'm on track. I'm going to iron that seam open. And spray it so it's nice and strong. And there we have the first 2 pieces. Now wash, rinse, repeat. We're doing the same steps for this one. And then I will iron and we will have our first half hexie. And there we have this half of our hexie. That turned out really cute. The pink seems like it's not a good choice, but it really is. It matches those butterfly wings so well. I think we're going to make the other half of this, mostly just because I want to see it. But we're going to try to flip-flop the design in here so that it looks cohesive, but not exactly neighbors. That'll make sense in a second. Let's do the second one. And there we have that second half of our hexie. I do think I like this visually a lot more than I like this scrappy one. But then again, maybe I just like them the same amount. I'll have to figure out this layout. Maybe I just need to add more colors to make it more scrappy, which I'm not opposed to, but I have to figure out these colors here. Ultimately though, I would say, sorry Quilty Love, I would rate this like a 3 out of 10. I don't think it's very clear, and maybe I'm just like naive and maybe just don't do triangles enough to like understand what's implied here. But I would appreciate any and all feedback. I do see here in their diagram that you have those dog ears kind of poking out of that corner there, of that border there. So I can see that I'm cutting my strips too big, but I knew that. And I still think I'm going to keep cutting them big just so that I can have that cushion of being able to straighten them out. So we'll see how this one goes. It's definitely one that I'm going to just kind of keep plugging along with, but I do think I'm going to need to write myself a lot of notes so that when I have to put it away, then at least when I pick it back up again, I'll understand kind of where I was going. So there is my honest review of the Triangle Hexies. Like I said, it is in my shop if you're feeling up for it. Hopefully this is helpful, but I really do think at this point, it was more of just like, here's what I've got. Let's troubleshoot together. So here are the Hexies. They're going to be so cute when they're all opposite of each other, because that's definitely the layout I'm going to go for. We'll do blue, red, blue, red, blue, red. I think that'll be a really cute layout. But we'll see. I'll keep, like I said, I'm going to keep plugging along and we are going to cross our fingers and hope for the best. Hopefully these all line up nicely. I do like though already that getting these together makes that border in there thicker. That's one thing this has got going for it. So until then, friends, we'll see you. Bye.